Okay, what if you could take your biggest monthly expense, we're talking about your rent, and actually turn it into your biggest asset? Well, today we're diving into a brand new concept that is trying to do exactly that, and it could be a total game changer for renters everywhere.
No, really. Just stop and think about that for a second. For most of us, rent just feels like money disappearing into a black hole every single month, right? But what if every rent check you wrote was secretly helping you build up a down payment? That's the huge idea we're going to unpack today.
Because let's be real, the biggest thing standing in the way for most people is saving up for that massive down payment. I mean, with housing prices where they are, and just the general cost of living, trying to save tens of thousands of dollars can feel pretty much impossible.
And that is the exact problem that the team over at Megatel Homes wanted to solve. Their CEO, Zach Idapour, really frames this as more than just a business plan. For them, it's a mission to try and tackle the housing crisis head-on.
So what's their answer? It's a platform called Mega Prime, and it's built around a new digital currency. Now, I know what you're thinking. As soon as you hear the word crypto, you might want to tune out. But stick with me here, because this is designed to be way more straightforward than it sounds.
The MP token is basically the engine that makes this whole thing run. But here's the best way to think about it. Don't think of it like Bitcoin or some speculative investment. Think of it more like a digital reward point. You know, like airline miles or credit card points. But instead of a free flight, these points are for a house. And you know, this isn't some idea they just cooked up overnight. They've been building this for years. It actually started as a different program way back in 2019. They spent a ton of time working directly with the SEC to make sure everything was above board, and they just got the green light they needed. The whole thing is now set to launch in Texas in just a few weeks.
Okay, so let's get to the most important part. How does this actually help you? How do you turn these digital tokens into a real-life down payment? Well, it all boils down to four main ways you can earn. The whole program is basically built on these four pillars, all designed to help you save up. You've got direct down payment help, rewards on your rent, better mortgage rates, and even rewards on your daily spending. Let's break down each one.
First up, and honestly, this is the big one. The program literally lets you get 100% of your last 12 months of rent payments back. Yeah, all that money you thought was gone for good, it can come right back to you to be used as a down payment.
And we are talking about a serious amount of cash here. You can get back up to $25,000. Just imagine having an extra 25 grand for your down payment, all from rent you were going to pay anyway. But that's just the beginning. The system lets you keep on earning.
So beyond that initial boost, you can earn rewards every single month. The idea is super simple. You just pay your rent through the MegPrime platform. They handle the payment using the MP tokens, and for doing that, you get a chunk of it back as a reward.
And it's not a small reward either. Renters can earn a 20% reward every month just for paying rent like they always do. This becomes a really powerful, continuous way to build up your savings for that future home.
The platform also helps with the long-term cost of owning a home. Users can get access to mortgage rates that are way lower than the average market rate, which, could save you thousands upon thousands of dollars over the life of the loan.
So, how much lower are we talking? Potentially up to 2% below the market average. To put that into perspective, with today's interest rates, a 2% difference could easily save you hundreds of dollars a month. That's a huge advantage.
And finally, they're connecting it to your everyday life. The system comes with a crypto debit card that lets you earn rewards on all your normal purchases, just like a regular cashback card, but all those rewards are feeding into your homeownership fund.
The reward rate is up to 10% back on those purchases. So think about it. Whether you're buying groceries, filling up your tank, or grabbing a coffee, you're constantly stacking up value that's going directly towards buying your house.
All right, so right about now you're probably thinking, this sounds amazing, but what's the catch? I bet I have to buy a house from their company, right? Well, this is where the story gets really, really interesting.
The founder himself actually calls this the shocking news. And it is. The rewards you earn are not just for buying a Megatel home. They designed this whole thing to be an open ecosystem. And this chart here breaks it down perfectly. Look, if you buy a home from Megatel or one of their partners, you can get that full $25,000 in down payment assistance. But, and this is the key part, if you want to buy any other home on the market, an existing home, a home from a totally different builder, you can still get up to $15,000 to help you out.
So why on earth would they do this? Well, their business model is all about getting as many users as possible. Think about it like credit card companies offering huge sign-up bonuses. MegPrime is using these incredible home buying incentives to build a massive user base for their entire ecosystem.
All of this really makes you wonder where home buying is headed.
Is this just a cool, one-off experiment, or are we looking at the start of a major shift in how we all save for and purchase our homes?
Well, it seems like the momentum is definitely real. The Texas launch is happening in just a few weeks, and they've already got thousands of people who've expressed interest. They're aiming for a full nationwide rollout by the end of 2026, and they expect even more home builders to join the platform, which would make the rewards even better.
So that kind of leaves us with this one fascinating thought. For decades, right, we've been optimizing our spending to get points for flights and hotels. Are we about to step into a new era where we optimize our rent and our daily spending to earn points for the single biggest purchase of our lives? It's a pretty compelling future to think about. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.